This is Radio Play ZN. A very good morning to you. It is a beautiful Monday. If you are not in KZN, I mean, we welcome you anytime. Sitting right now, if you happen to be on our TikTok, you will see Dr. Reza Mia. He is there with us. He comes in and whenever he's in town. How long are you in town for today? I mean, this week?
Just till tomorrow.
Just till tomorrow. Okay, so quick in and out. If you want to follow him online, we'll give all the information. But we bring Dr. Reza Mia in because he's got a very good way of explaining things to us and for us, kind of like explaining it 101. But at the same time, he's just really good at answering all of our questions. And today we're talking two things. One is about peptides and fake peptides. And if you have missed any of Dr. Reza's chats about peptides, it is up on our YouTube and our Spotify as well. And also an Uber Eats scam that he was involved with. Nothing to do with him being an amazing doctor. It's just something, a PSA.
Yeah, that happened.
Where would you like to, do you want to start with Uber or would you want to start with the peptides?
Well, peptides is a much bigger story. So let's do the Uber.
Okay, let's do Uber. So I'm on Instagram and I see that you've put up a post about this. And you're not someone who goes over dramatic, over the top. So when I saw you do this, I was like, okay, this is for real. Can you explain what happened with Uber? And is this an actual scam you've uncovered?
Do you know why it was annoying? Is because I was hungry. I'm normally very patient. I can tolerate a lot. I'm fine. But I'd just gone for my exam, my pilot exam. And so,
how was it?
Well, it was very good. I passed.
Yay!
The pilot.
Congratulations, Captain.
Nice. But it was a bit windy that day. So I thought, let me not eat too much at lunch. I just had a little snack. And then I went flying. And got back, tired, hungry, ordered this platter from Ocean Basket, I think it was. And then I get this message, hello, are you paying cash or are you paying with a card?
And this is from the Uber driver or from Ocean
the
Basket?
Uber driver.
Okay.
And I thought, that's weird. And I said to him, well, why? He said, no, sorry, it was the wrong chat. And that's when I started getting suspicious. And I thought, oh, I think he wants to take the food. So I said to him, just get the food here. I can give you a nice tip. He said, yes, don't worry, it's coming. And so the next thing I see, the time for arrival starts going higher and higher and higher and higher. And I start checking and I'm like, what's going on? A new driver goes and then cancels. And another one goes and cancels. Another one goes and cancels. So I phone the shop and I say, listen, this is my name. I ordered this
What
platter.
did you order, just by the way?
It was a platter for... I forget what it's called. It's a platter for one. It's got everything.
Okay, now I was just
Really
wondering what's
when you're
stolen.
really hungry.
Yeah.
And so obviously about 2 hours later, the shop says to me, no, the first driver actually took the order. It's gone. But then he didn't start the trip. That's why the other guys kept coming. Now these poor guys are driving around town for nothing when there's no order to be picked up. And so I'm not sure why they couldn't cancel the trip on that side. But they said, no, the first guy took the thing. So obviously what they do is they wait for something that looks like they want to eat, and then they check to see. Because I think if it is cash, then it has to get paid for physically.
Oh, but if you've paid for it via your card or something, then
it's already paid for.
So then what happened? What happens then after that? So now this Uber driver took your food.
Well, Uber was so helpful. They gave me a refund, which doesn't help. I was still hungry. And, and I was still hungry. And I had my money before. Yeah. So it's not a gift. They didn't give us anything.
Yeah.
I think that they don't care. I feel like they dismiss you just to get rid of you. And because there's so many people ordering and using them, they literally don't care. And they just go, well, fine, it happened. And they don't do anything to stop it happening again. They don't do a software update. They don't change the protocol. They don't do
get hold of the driver.
They don't deal with the driver. They just leave it. I mean, which is quite disappointing, because we used to all use Uber. We used to use it for food, for supper, for Saturdays,
humans.
For all of our trips.
Now, we used to use it
around
just to move ourselves. Then we stopped doing that.
It makes you wonder about, how safe is it really
if your food can't even arrive.
If your food doesn't get to you. So, I mean, that was the last we heard from. We've never heard anything again from Uber.
Because I've never heard of that, and then
I haven't said, this is crazy. This is theft. We need to do something. And I was on the chat, and the guy was just like, no, here's your refund. That's what we do. Thank you. Bye.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's just people to watch out. If you see someone asking about that, phone the shop immediately and say, make sure he starts the trip, because then at least it shows that he's got the
the
stuff
food
with it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, pleasure.
You know,
I thought that I'd hate for this to happen to other people, because when you're hungry, everything is worse.
Exactly. Hungry is a real thing. Before we get to peptides, is the reason you never ate a lot because it was windy and you felt like you might get sick in the plane?
Yes.
Or because you didn't want to put extra weight on the plane?
No, it's because it's windy. You know, if you hit turbulence in a big plane, it feels like a little speed bump.
Yeah.
If you hit the same turbulence in a small plane, it feels like you're driving up and down a hill.
Hey.
So you have to get good at catching the plane,
Hey.
but also you're already nervous. You want to focus on landing and doing your stalls. And also on that exam, they test you. They make you stall the plane, and then they say, okay, now do 50% flap and stall the plane. And now
stall
do
as in
100%
like stall, engines off stall.
No, so what you switch off you idle the engine, and then you go steep until the plane starts to drop, and then you put power back, and then you have to recover the plane. So, I mean, it's scary, especially if someone else is doing it. But you've kind of been doing this. This is what we've been doing over the years of learning how to fly.
So now when you write your name down, which comes first, captain or doctor?
Well, I don't think you get to say that yet. We joke that it's captain.
Come on, you are captain to us. Look, right now, if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us in this room had to get into a plane and go somewhere, you're the only one with the chance of getting us in the air and back on the ground again.
Well,
so you are our captain.
Well, legally, I can take you and I can land you and I can bring you back safely.
Well, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
adding another thing to the list of wonderful things that Dr.
It's
Reza Mia
exciting.
does. Let's
For the future.
jump straight into peptides. Peptides have, since we first spoke about it, so Dr. Reza Mia came in with us. We spoke about Ozempic back in the day, and you really opened our eyes up to Ozempic. And this was before the Manjaros and transeptides and retatrutides and everything else came out. Now, even though, and I'm going to say this again, Dr. Reza Mia, he is a doctor, but he's not your doctor. So we are talking opinion piece here. As always, please, if you are looking at doing anything with your health, you need to get hold of your own doctor. Just a disclaimer. This is just an educational piece. Now, peptides, if you're into peptides, it feels like everyone's talking about them. They're talking about them by their numbers. They know about the coppers by the numbers. They talk about the BPC, the TP, all the things. Now we obviously are hearing about the they're all illegal actually, but now the fake peptides, people that are having to mix them themselves, and people are injecting themselves fake peptides. How do we even know what we're looking for, and what could happen if we inject ourselves with something that's not what we think it is?
Well, I don't understand why people think it'll work. You're getting something random from a guy on the internet or at the gym.
Don't be sexist. Or a girl.
Or girl. Yeah, criminals come in all shapes and sizes. Yes. And you're injecting it on the promise that it will do something transformative to your body that has never been done in medical science before.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's never been done. If there was a real legitimate way that you could inject something that would transform you into this superhuman without side effects, then we would all be on it. All the doctors, everybody would be on the stuff. And you'd be able to legally buy it from a pharmacy. There's no such thing as, pharmacies can't keep up with the demand of making the stuff. It's not difficult to make. They did a study. So I gave a talk at the AMCSA. It's a congress, an aesthetics congress that happened a couple of weeks ago, and part of it was a panel with a couple of doctors where we spoke about the different types of peptides, the ethics behind the peptides, and I actually learned a lot from the other people on the panel. Mainly that these things are not studied. What we thought was slightly studied or beginning to be studied wasn't the case. Many of them have never been studied in people. The copper peptide's been studied topically, which I would say, think about any cream that you would use on your face or any skincare and now inject it in yourself. And tell me how willing you are to do that. And that's the difference between something that's been topically studied and something that's been injected into your body on a regular basis. Because look, people are not doing it once and saying, oh, okay, it worked or it didn't work. They're doing it every day. 90% of what you buy, which is not from a registered compounding pharmacy or from a proper manufacturer,
Yeah.
has been identified as fake. So a lot of the times it's insulin, sometimes it's saline. Many times you don't know what's inside. You can't test it unless you have an idea about what's inside and you use a reagent, something that you can match to it to prove that it is or isn't what is claimed to be.
Doctor, if someone did happen to inject themselves with insulin or saline I believe they call it subcutaneous, so it's just under the skin, what would happen? Again, this is we're educating. Yes. This is an opinion.
Well, saline, if it's clean saline, nothing. That's normal saline.
So
that's
placebo.
The thing that yes. Oh, we'll come to placebo.
Oh, okay.
About why it works.
Okay.
Durban, it's so hot in this city.
Are you really?
Yeah.
No, servant. Yeah. Put a caller for the doctor. For the doctor. He's come from Joburg. Someone get him some snow.
It was almost 0 last week. We almost had snow.
Yeah, we had snow. We're not in Mhlanga, but
everybody had snow except us.
Yeah, the Berg was crazy snow. I'll show you some pictures. It's insane.
It got to the south of Joburg, I think to Germiston, but it didn't get to us.
Yeah, we had Lapland up here.
Yeah, oh wow.
Yeah.
That must have been something.
It was beautiful. I mean, look, I didn't see it because I didn't go to the Berg, but it was thick snow. Anyway, let's go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, where were we?
With the peptides, and if you do saline, and you will go back, back to
so insulin.
placebo.
If you give somebody insulin that doesn't need insulin, you can kill them. I mean, you can basically put them into a coma because you drop their sugar, and they can die then if it doesn't recover. So that's why it's not to be toyed with. The other thing is steroids. People take it. They go to Germany. They take the steroids. A personal trainer who sells you steroids doesn't know how to do their job. Because if they did, you wouldn't need the steroids. If they would be able to train you and advise you on your diet, your exercise, how to work with your body, and to get you to be patient enough to accept the results that a human body doesn't change overnight. It takes time. They wouldn't need to sell you steroids and peptides and any number of different drugs to try to get you to get your results. So that's the important thing. So if your trainer is offering you illegal drugs, they're not a trainer, they are a drug dealer. You should report them to the police and stop using them.
Well, I actually heard this story that came up, and this is why I wanted to speak to you about it, is that I heard of, and I don't know who this person is, a male trainer I don't think it's right for me to say where, but they are providing these peptides. Now, I have been I tried the NAD+. Do I think it worked? I don't know. We'll maybe get back to placebo, but it stung when I injected it. And I've had NAD+ before in a drip, so I thought, give it a try. I also tried the Wolverine stack. I'm not sure how I felt about it.
We spoke about the Wolverine stack.
Yeah, but I definitely didn't feel worse for it. However, I know some people that are stacking 12 different peptides at a time on the fact that they are apparently just amino acids and an end. However, it is different if you get something that is the amino acid that it's claiming to be versus not.
So 2 important points. Number 1, if it is exactly what you think it is, it's not proven to do what it's claimed to do. So you are then enrolling yourself in the biggest study in human history.
Research, yeah.
Like we said, we don't know what the outcome is. We don't know what the short-term, medium-term, or long-term effects of these medications are.
This is a vaccine all over again, isn't it?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
And so that's the one thing. If it is exactly what they say it is, most of the time it's not what's in there. So those are the 2 big hurdles you have to get through before you start injecting something into your body all the time. And the second thing, now I forget.
Okay, we were speaking about...
We need notepaper.
No, I know, because you were talking, when I said about if it's working... And you're getting
placebo effect.
Placebo.
The placebo effect is so real that every single real study that you do has to, if you want it to be more legitimate, the strongest version of a study is to have double-blind controls. And what that means is, if we go into, let's say we want to see the effect on eating fish.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you an example. They did a study on kids, and they gave some of them peanut butter, And they gave the other ones peanut butter that was actually peanut butter flavored chopped up fish, smushed up fish. And then they measured their performance in school after a few months. And the ones who ate the fish had a better performance. And the reason you had to be double blind, and what that means is the kids don't know whether they're getting the real one or the fake one. And the researchers don't know whether they're giving this child the real one or the fake
double
one.
blind, so everyone is not aware.
Yes. Otherwise, what happens is you treat and you know the number one predictor of child performance at school. Do you know what it is?
No.
It's how smart the teacher thinks you are. Because the teacher then treats each child differently.
That makes sense.
Oh, stupid Johnny over there. Oh, here's your homework. Versus, James, you're so clever. Here's your homework. You're going to do a good job.
I really want to give James a job.
That is why that's the number one predictor of performance of kids in school. Now, if you do that as the researcher and you go, here, I'm giving you the injection.
Yeah.
So the researchers are not supposed to know what's getting given to the people, because the placebo effect is so powerful that you can have I can't remember the statistic. I mean, we've all got Google, we can look it up, but I think a 40% improvement in your performance if things like emotional changes, mood, performance in the gym. So you will get stronger and grow bigger if you believe that you're taking steroids when you're not even taking steroids.
We've got a question for you here on TikTok, just asking about the placebo effect or the not placebo effect when it comes to the GLP-1s, saying that we've got a lot of people that are quite obviously less in size, which is that not proving that the GLP-1s are working? Your thoughts on that? I mean, I know we've had the Ozempic talk before, but now that there's so many others, what is your take on that?
So that's the third category of drugs, the ones that are registered and are proven to work. Doesn't mean it's good for you. So
good point.
What we use there, I mean, so we're not talking about the copper peptides and the other ones.
Yeah, the SS something and the MOTSI and the Tesamol, and I've looked at them all, yes.
So these GLP-1s that you've mentioned are registered medications. They do what they say. They do come with side effects. So it's not to be taken like Smarties either. Even Smarties comes with side effects.
Yes.
So what you have to do...
Shocking, diabetes. Hello, man.
What you have to do is take it seriously and use it as your last resort. There are patients who need to take GLP-1s because it benefits them because they have no option.
And this is like, we're talking specifically about someone who is insulin resistant or diabetic.
Yeah,
or
when you've gone through the whole process of a doctor examines you, decides this is what's good for you. It's not for, it's summer, I better lose some weight. Because the way it makes you lose weight is not a healthy, sustainable way. You will cut your fat, your body mass will reduce, nice. But your muscle will decrease. And your muscle is the engine that eats the fat, that uses the fuel. So what you want is to have more muscle, not less muscle.
And if you were working out, let's say, Reza, you had to, for some reason, become a trial bunny for this. So you were going to be doing whatever milligrams of one of the glucagon receptors and GLP-1 whatevers, and you were training hard. Like you were doing resistance training and you were training hard as well. Could that counteract?
Well, if you're not taking in enough protein, enough of the macros to be able to build your muscle, then you probably won't grow.
Okay, because you've been a deficit. All right.
So what's happening is that women especially are the ones who will suffer the most in the years to come because of the osteoporosis risks. Because you decrease your density of your bone, it makes it more spongy. Men can even get it if you reduce it enough. You must just imagine your body needs nutrients and it needs food. All you have to do is reduce the kilojoules and increase your use and your uptake of that energy out of your body, which is gym.
Yeah.
And the one thing that has been studied a lot and has been proven to work is gym. People need to gym.
You're saying we have to actually do things.
You have to do the work.
There's no easy way out? Are you telling me there's no easy way out?
No, there's no easy way out. And you have to eat less and you have to eat carefully, and you have to take responsibility for your life and for your long-term health.
I know we have to go because it's already time, but I also got some more people here just talking about that FDA approval, etc., etc. For those of us who believe that the government will always want to have its hands into something that could possibly make them money, do you think peptides could be that, where actually there could be some miraculous modern medicine? Wow, we finally found it, and the government is desperate to make sure that we don't have our hands on it. Big Pharma does. They can get the money from it. Could that be a possibility?
You know, Big Pharma, this conspiracy that they're against us, what do they make money off of?
Us being sick, doctor.
Us being alive. There's no money in dead people.
But alive and sick.
But
That's what I really do think.
So-
alive and sick. If we're alive and well, Big Pharma is dead.
it's, true.
No, I know, but
True.
no, because I really and the thing is that because you are who you are,
Yeah.
and if you've ever met Dr. Reza Mia, the way that you work, very chilled. You're never trying to upsell. You're literally going, as a patient, what do you need so that your life you can feel a way, and that way is feel joy and confident in yourself. That's you. That's not everyone else. And unfortunately, and I don't know more, but we do know this, that Big Pharma is out of work if we're all happy and healthy.
If you're all happy and healthy. That is true. So that's why I want you to go to gym.
Yes, there, exactly.
But there are people who can't gym for some reason, or they don't respond to that.
Yeah.
They diet and exercise resistant fat. That's what we're saying. There are sick people who actually need these medications.
Yes.
And so we still need Big Pharma.
Yes,
So we mustn't close them down.
Yes, we mustn't close them
But
down.
peptides is a class of drug. It doesn't mean that because the word peptide is involved that it's a magical thing that will do something that you have never seen before.
Okay.
Like we say, insulin is a peptide. It's something that we all know about. Many people, and it's been here for decades and decades. So it's not to fall into the trap of, I've got a new peptide you need to try because it's going to transform you magically into something that you can't achieve the traditional way. All we want to do, and we've often seen people posting things about, the doctors are pushing meds on people. And it's not true. At WITS, that's what they taught us. Is the first thing they said was, you have high blood pressure, you have cholesterol, whatever. Step one is diet and exercise. It's lifestyle. Because you can fix the base of that pyramid. Most people, you can fix. You can fix literally high blood pressure and a lot of diabetes.
Yeah, but it's the whole horse
by
to the water
gymming.
drink thing, because you can take, let's use the name
Yeah.
James, you need this. There's a gym contract, James. There's a fridge full of food that you should eat, James, but we don't. So that's why we're running to peptides. And I think it's so important that the people, because humans are humans, man. We're a lazy breed. We will always try and take the easy way out. And if the easy way out means peptides, we need to make sure that people are not getting shit quality ones, because this is petrified for what people are injecting into themselves.
There are easy ways that you can help yourself. So, for example, we do things like body sculpting. We'll inject phosphatidylcholine that will dissolve fat in certain areas, or we'll fat freeze, or we'll enhance certain areas with the things like the PRF filler. Those are the shortcuts that are medically proven, safer, and available. We don't need to resort to things, literally injecting anything into your body, because like we say, it could be anything. You don't know what's inside those bottles that you get.
So if someone if they're looking at this, they want maybe a different kind of fat loss journey, would you be open to them coming to you for consult? Because I think people often think, only come to you if I want to get wrinkles done, or filler, or lips, or now boobs, But if someone's on a weight loss journey, can they come to Dr. Reza and you will help and see what you can do?
We do it all the time.
Okay.
And we work on the skin if the skin doesn't tighten as much. But
Ooh.
what we tell people when they come, if someone says to me, I need to fix this or that, step one, how much do you gym?
Yeah.
How many times a week are you going? Do you do weights? Do you walk? What are you eating?
Yeah.
Those are the questions we ask, number one, because it's not a replacement for a healthy
You have to help yourself.
lifestyle. It is just for the final touches, the body sculpting. It's not meant to replace
Body sculpting.
you taking responsibility for your life.
How does someone get hold of you? Do you know a number off by heart, or an email, or
The
anything?
WhatsApp line is 081 821. No, that's not our number.
You might give out your own number. Wait, hold on. Do I have one here?
No, that's someone else's number.
How funny you start giving out someone's. I'm sure I've got one here before we...
Uber Eats number.
Yeah, exactly. Uber Eats.
Yeah, who knows whose number that is?
Wait, aesthetic. Options. Yeah, woo!
Okay, I'll tell you. I know it. Oh, it's 081-821-6923. I wasn't too far off.
No, you weren't so far off.
And
All
they
right.
can look for us on Instagram. It's DRREZA _ Mia MIA.
Hashtag captain, my captain.
From now, yeah.
He's a captain. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know you've got
only a
patience in
pleasure.
like 20
Thank
minutes.
you.
So I don't want to make you rush, but thank you. If you missed any of this will be up on our Spotify and our YouTube, and plus we'll put up some shorts on our TikTok and our Instagram as well. This is Radio Plays It In. Thank you, Dr. Reza Mia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Listen.